Hi, it's Linda from Homestead by the Lake. So today we're making peach preserves. The old-fashioned peach preserves, and I'm going to do it the same way I did the old-fashioned pear preserves, except we're using peaches this time because that was really good. So I need 8 cups of pears chopped up, and they're gonna be in small pieces. So I will be back when I have 8 cups of peaches already. All right, I have my 8 cups of peaches that are all cut up into pretty small pieces. You want to put that in your pan, and you're going to add 2 cups of sugar to it. And then you're just going to let that simmer, and we'll be back. Okay, our peaches have been cooking for quite a amount of time. I would say at least an hour. And you just want to make sure that your peaches get translucent before you finish the process. So they're almost done, and what I'm going to do is use the immersion blender and just do a little bit. I don't want it totally smooth. This is supposed to be chunky. So we're just gonna do a little bit to make some smoothness out of it. Now look, I use the immersion blender just to give it a little bit of texture and not all chunky. Look at how beautiful that is. We are almost ready to can it up. Old-fashioned peach preserves are ready. Are you ready to see this? They are beautiful. Look at that. Can you see that? Came out beautiful. Can this up. It's going to water bath can for 10 minutes. And we got one more thing done today. We've got our pear butter going over there. We did our jalapeno jam. That's all done. So next we will be doing our peach jelly using the peach skins so you're not wasting any. And then after that, we're supposed to make some peach jam. Then we're gonna just can up some sliced peaches. And that should take care of our 25 pounds of South Carolina peaches. This is Linda from Homestead by the Lake. Thanks so much for watching my video. I hope you make your own old-fashioned peach preserves. Hi, it's Linda from Homestead by the Lake. So today, peach cobbler. So today we are going to make a peach cobbler. First thing you need is 5 peaches, and peel them, and we're gonna slice them in long strips. I have cut up my 5 peaches, and I did slices like this. And put those in a pan. You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And to our peaches, we are going to add, we need 1/2 cup of sugar. All right, and to that, we are going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Oh, don't do that. All over, 1/4 teaspoon. And then we need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And pack it right in there. We need a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And we need a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice. We're just going to turn that on about medium. And we just need to let those peaches just warm up. You are going to need a stick of butter melted. So I'm going to start this in the microwave and just get this melted up. down some just to get the sugar starting to melt because I don't want to burn it. Okay, that's good. So now what we need in a bowl, we need our melted butter. Will go directly in our dish. So we need 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And to our flour, we 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Then we need a 1/2 cup of sugar. And we're just going to stir that together, get it all incorporated. Check on our peaches. And really all you want to do is get them nice and coated and get your sugar melted. Oh, it smells delicious. And also we need 3/4 cup of milk. And we need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. If I could open it. Oh my goodness. 1/2 teaspoon, and I'm going to add that right to my milk. All right, our peaches are warmed up. Let me bring this closer so you can see. This is what you want. Look at how beautiful that is. You need your melted butter, and I'm going to pour the melted butter directly into my dish. I did use unsalted butter because the recipe does have salt in it, so I didn't want too much salt. And now we're going to add our milk and vanilla to our dry ingredients and give that a nice stir. See how it's starting to get thick? That's what you want. And I am going to need this. So now what you want to do Okay, start adding this to your butter. Actually, I don't want that yet. And I'm just doing little clumps throughout to make sure I get good coverage. I'm going to turn off my peach mixture. That should be ready. Make sure you get it all. You want all of this in your pan. That's perfect. Now what we're going to do is top the batter with the peach mixture. Oh my goodness. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh, it's gonna be so good. So good. We have a little's birthday party today, and we're going to bring this along with us. Hopefully, everyone will enjoy it. There's a lot of peaches. This is perfect. So now, once my oven is preheated at 350, this will go in, and it's gonna cook a good, 40 minutes or so. But I will check it. I'm gonna set my timer for 40 minutes, and then we'll kind of go from there. There it is. That's, oh, oven's ready. Look at how beautiful this is. Going in the oven. Set the timer for, I'm gonna do 35 minutes. Just, all the ovens differ, so check it at 35 and see if it looks done. And we'll be back when it's done. Sprinkled some cinnamon and some sugar on the top. Looks delicious. Let me tell you, this is the best peach cobbler I have ever had. It was phenomenal. The flavor, it was delicious. You have to try this. And this credit goes to Rachel, Cooks with Love. This is her recipe for her peach cobbler. Rachel, this is an amazing recipe. Thank you so much. From Homestead by the Lake. So today I'm going to start some peach butter in the crock pot. Look at the size of these peaches. I got 25 pounds from South Carolina peaches. They're beautiful. So the first thing we're going to do is we need about 4 to 4.5 pounds of peaches. This says 14 to 18 medium sized. So we'll just see what we get. First thing you want to do is you want to score your bottom of your peach. Just make a little X, and you're going to put your peach in your boiling water and give it just a minute or so, and then you're going to transfer it to cold water, and that makes it so much easier to peel your skin off. So I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to let those sit for a minute, and then we'll show you how easy it is to peel. let's see, it's at 14 to 18 medium. Let's see. Here's 9. 10. 11. I'm going to start with 12 and see if that does it, because these are really good sized peaches. We'll be back. All right, they've been in there for a few minutes, and I'm just going to use my spoon to transfer to the cold water. That's going to stop any cooking process because we don't want them cooked. And let it sit for a minute. And then we'll peel them real easy. And also what we're going to do is we're going to save our peels, and we are going to make some peach juice today as well. So let's see how this does. Didn't cook it long enough. For some reason, my heat and peel method was not working for my peaches. I think maybe they were still a little too hard. So I just got out my peeler and started peeling my peaches. Because these peaches are going to cook in the crock pot, I'm just going to chunk them. And make sure that you cut out any bad spots if there's any, and cut away some of the center pit area as well. All right, that's about 12 cups of peaches in there, and I'm going to add a half a cup of water. I'm going to turn that on high, and I'm going to let that just start to slow cook in the cooker. I'm going to add 4 cups of sugar to your peach butter in your crock pot. And I sprinkled a little bit of lemon in there. And we're just going to let this simmer nice and slow. Well, actually, it's on high, but it's just going to cook down. You already have a nice juice on the bottom already. Looks good. Okay, we are going to use our immersion blender on our peach butter. We're getting nice and soft. peach butter has been cooking all day, and it looks really good. See? Oh, it smells amazing. All right, it's peach butter time. We are going to can this up and get this in the canner. All right, you ready to do peach butter? Oh, I need a funnel, hold on. I did not add any spices to it. I was contemplating, should I add vanilla? Should I add a little bit of cinnamon? But I thought I just really want to try just a plain pear butter at this time. And then I can always do it again and add some spice and see what it is we like, right? Look at that. Oh, is that not gorgeous? That's beautiful. You want to wipe your rim very well. There we go. Look at how beautiful that is. So I am using 1/2 pint jelly jars for this peach butter. And I'm going to fill up all my jars. I'm going to make sure that my water is 1 inch above my jars. I'm going to bring it to a rapid boil, and my jars are going to cook for 10 minutes. Then it's all done. The jam is good on my shelf until I'm ready to use it. Then it goes in the fridge. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you make your own peach butter. You know, if you don't want to can it, you don't have to. You can do a smaller batch and put it right in your fridge. Just can't put it on your shelf if you don't preserve it. Hi, it's Linda from Homestead by the Lake. So today we are going to make peach jelly from our peach skins. So in my pot, I have all my peels. And I have added 4 cups of water, and we're just going to let that slow simmer. This is how we're going to make our peach juice. Our peach juice is ready for peach jelly. So what we need to do is strain what's in our pot, and we need 4 cups of liquid to make our peach jelly. Look at the color of that. It's beautiful, isn't it? Four cups. We are almost there. So I used all of my peelings, and I added 4 cups of water. Oh, this is going to be exactly 4 cups. This is perfect. Look at the color of that juice. And the rest. We have 4 cups. Fantastic. So we're going to get ready to make some peach jelly using our peach skins. So now we're going to start our peach jelly made from juice. And you start with 4 cups of the juice. Look at that color. It's beautiful. All strained, and to that you need a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and you want to use bottled lemon juice when you're going to preserve something. or water bath can it, you have to use that. So we're going to turn that on medium high. We're going to get that going, and we are going to need 1 package of pectin and 5 cups of sugar. So when that starts to heat up, we'll be back. All right, so to our peach juice, we are adding 1 package of pectin. Stir that all together. We are going to let this come up to a boil, and then when it does, we're going to add our 5 cups of sugar. And over here, my peach preserves are all done, water bath canning. We're going to let that sit for a minute, and then we'll pull those out. All right, we are at our boil. Now we are going to add our 5 cups of sugar all at once. And keep stirring. You don't want your bottom to burn. And just keep stirring until this comes back up to another boil. And when that does, when it comes up to a hard boil, we will set our timer for 1 minute. And keep stirring for this whole time. Look at this beautiful color of this jelly. So just keep stirring, and you have to wait until it comes up to a hard boil, which is what this is. Now we're going to set our timer for 1 minute while that's boiling. After 1 minute, you remove it from the burner. So our jars are hot. We have a hard product. I'm filling 1/2 pint jars, and we are going to water bath can it. We're going to put it in the canner. We are going to have 1 inch of space over the top of all of our jars, and it's going to water bath can for 10 minutes. Then it's good for our shelf after it sits for 24 hours. You want to fill your jars to about a 1/2 inch headspace. You want to wipe your rim, make sure you have nothing on the top, use a little bit of water or vinegar. Then you want to place your new lid on, and then you can reuse your bands. Put your band on finger tight, and it's ready for the canner. I had a little bit left over and not enough for another 1/2 pint, so I am putting that in a container, and that's going in my fridge to use right away. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you make your own peach jelly. Hi, it's Linda from Homestead by the Lake. So today, peaches. Okay, so all we need to do is you decide how you want your peaches in your jar. Let's see, that's not gonna work. Hold on. How do you want your peaches in your jar? Do you want them diced? Do you want them sliced? Do you want them halved? Whatever you want. It's your decision. Oh, I need my peeler, hold on. So you also can, an easy way to get the peach peel off is to blanch them in boiling water for a minute, and it loosens up the skin, and then put them into cold water, ice water, and then the skins come right off. Or you can just, like I'm just gonna use a peeler and peel them. And I am saving the skins because I am going to make some peach juice with these skins. Don't throw them away. You can make a nice juice with them. You just add some water and simmer the peels, and you get a beautiful juice. So I'm gonna do that today too. So what I decided is I want to do slices. And that's what I'm going to do today. And this is called the cold pack method because my jars are not hot, my peaches are not cooked. These are raw peaches. And I want to cut out as much as the little, the pink area as you can. And I'm gonna slice them like this, about like that. And I'm just going to start to fill my jar. And just pack them in your jar loosely. You don't want to, you know, push them down or pack them tight. Just throw them in there. And make sure you got all your skin. Don't leave any skin. And cut out any bad parts that you might see. See that? And that's all I'm going to keep doing. These peaches from South Carolina, let me tell you, they are gorgeous. South Carolina is really not that far from me. I should drive down and get more peaches. But one of our grocery stores here had these on sale, $1.48 a pound, and I couldn't resist. And the produce man said, "Do you want me to go get you a box in the back?" I'm like, "Oh, yes, please." So we got a nice, fresh box of peaches. I was thrilled. Check for skins. If you leave the pink in your jars by mistake, you might have a little bit of discoloration to your water, but it's not going to hurt anything if that happens, if you miss some. It's totally fine. So what we're going to do is we are going to water bath can these peaches, and they are going to go on my shelf. And I just went through my preserved items, and I actually found 2 jars of peaches that I had preserved in June of 2022. Now those are still good as long as your seal is not broken. Your fruit's fine. So I am excited to have that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Oh, there's a little bad part. All right, how many peaches was that? Was that really only 2 peaches? That was 2 peaches to fill my pint jar. How nice was that? I need a towel. So now what I'm going to do in the jar, you can your peaches in any sort of syrup that you want. You can make a light syrup, you can make a heavy syrup, you can do no syrup. And that's what I've decided to do. My ones in 2022, here they are. I did these in a light syrup, and I'm gonna do these in water. That way I can use the peaches for anything. And if I wanna make a peach cobbler, if I wanna make peach pie, then you have nice fresh peaches throughout the winter to use for any of your recipes. So that's what I decided to do. I also need to get a little tablespoon. So I am going to add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. And you want to use, when you are canning, you want to make sure you're not using chlorinated water. So I am going to fill this with, I'm using spring water, and I need my debubbler. Where is my debubbler? And you want to remove any bubbles in your jar. That might actually be too much. I'm going to put that over in another jar. There we go. There's my first jar. I'm going to get a fresh lid because you can't reuse your lids. And I have, and then put a band on, finger tight. And I'll show you how we do that. And then we'll get them ready for the canner. So this is what I'm going to be doing. And I will be back when I'm done. And you can see the rest of the process. Oh my goodness, they're so good. you still there? Maddie, what are you barking at? What are you growling at? Huh? Something out there? Is there a kitty? You be nice. He's a friend. Is he out there? Does he want a treat, do you think? What do you think? Is he out there? Maddie wants a treat. Can you hear her? Don't shoot. Do you want a treat? Take a quick break. See if that's our friendly neighborhood kitty, if she wants a treat. And Maddie wants a treat. And then we'll come back and finish those up. Okay, we're back, all clean. Nope, kitty. So I don't know what she was complaining for. Maddie, go lay down, please. Thank you. You can go eat your breakfast, Magpie. She doesn't want to. I think she's thinking something's gonna fall from the table that she wants. But, you know, I don't know if she likes peach. But her spot is always under the table. When we happen to be at the table, she's like, oh, there might be food. She's a spoiled girl. Oh, excuse you, Maddie. I guess that was a good one, huh? Do you see these peaches? They are absolutely perfect. I got the 25-pound box from the produce guy. Do you know there was nothing wrong with not even one peach? Every single peach, perfect. You know, I was expecting some problems in there, but nope. They were beautiful. And they're juicy and the flavor is just really good. I have 3 peaches left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think I can fit 9 in my canner. But let me see what we can fit. Because I have 3 left. I could do another jar if I need to. There's all my skins. Let me go wash my hands. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wipe all the rims, and we're gonna put our lids and our rings on, and then they will go in the canner. And I'll be right back. Okay, we are finishing up. So what we're gonna do now is you take your jar and you wipe the rim real good. Some people use vinegar to wipe the rim. I am just using water. And then you want a new lid and your ring. Finger tight. All right, so we are cleaning the rim. Make sure there's nothing left on it. A new lid and a ring, finger tight. And there we go, that goes in our canner. And you want water above your jars at least an inch. And once it comes up to a boil, for this size jar, a pint, it's 25 minutes. Finger tight, in we go. That one looks like it could use a smidgen more water. Lid, and you can reuse your rings, but you cannot reuse a lid. And it goes. So this is how simple it is to can your own fruit for the winter. It really is a simple process, isn't it? And canning and preserving is something I've always wanted to do. And I never had the courage to do it. I think I probably felt it was too complicated, or I was too scared to do it. I don't think that's on right. Here we go. But the first time I went ahead and did it, and realized, what was I so nervous about? It's just so much fun now, you know? If you've always wanted to can, I would do it. You know, do your research, read all your ball books, of preserving and canning. Watch videos of people who do it and just gain the knowledge. Because if you always wanted to do it, you'll probably be really good at it. That's my thinking. Okay, so I can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can fit 7 jars in my canner. So these, because these are raw packed, because they're raw packed, these can sit right here and wait for the next canner, which I will get out my other one and get that going. And then I am going to finish up those 3 pears, or peaches that I have. I keep saying pears. You know why I keep saying pears? Because I just got done with pear season, and I canned 146 pounds of pears. Yeah, so I have pears on the mind. All right, look at how beautiful those are, right? Okay, so those in the jar, in the canner, will can for 25 minutes. And then we'll be back and I'll show you what they look like. So what you want to do is you want to wait for that. Oh, did I say that what you want to do is make sure that you have 1 inch or more of at least 1 inch over your jars. And it's going to come up to a hard boil. And when that does, we will start our timer for 25 minutes and we'll be back. All right, my timer has started on our peaches, and I have 3 to do after those are done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of my peels and put these in a pot. And I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 teaspoons of lemon juice. And now I'm going to add, and again, I don't want to use my chlorinated water. I'm just going to use some spring water, or if you have filter water, that's great. And I'm going to fill this up. I'm going to need a little bit more. And then this is just going to slow simmer. And then I'm going to have some peach juice. All right, my peach skins are on. I'm going to put a lid on that, and I'm just going to let that simmer. Oh, it's going to smell so good too. And then I have peach juice. What can I use peach juice for? I could can it if I want to. Actually, I might do that since I will have room with the other peaches that I have to can or water preserve. Maybe I will preserve it. I might do that. That's a really good idea, Linda. We'll see what we do. Our timer is done. So the only thing I'm going to do right now is turn it off. That's all I'm going to do. It needs to come to a rest. And the best thing you want to do is to leave your jars in your water for a little bit. Siphoning happens when you can fruits and vegetables. It happens. So, and a lot of times it has to do with the difference in temperature, like a quick temperature change. So if I go in there, grab a jar, pull it out, and put it over to sit for 24 hours, I'm gonna lose some water. And it's called siphoning. So I'm just gonna let them sit for a little bit and chill. And in the meantime, I'm going to, what did I just do with it? Oh, it's right here in front of me. I'm out of liquid soap. So I am going to make some hand soap with some pure Castile soap. And this is lavender. And to do your soap, oh, let me turn that off now. Oh, It's so noisy, I'm sorry. Okay, so we are going to do Castile soap in my jar that I saved. And to do hand soap, it's very simple. Basically, you take 1 part of Castile soap and the rest water. Don't spill it like I just did. This stuff's precious. Okay. I did. I totally spilt it. But I'll put it on this rag, and then I can do some cleaning with it. Do you know you can use Castile soap to clean items? Like, you can use it to clean your laundry. You can put it in a spray bottle and clean surfaces. So I am not going to use my tap water. I am going to use spring water. There we go. There we go. I just filled up my hand soap for pennies. All right, let's see if we can get rid of some steam and see how our juice is doing. Can you see that? See that color? Look at that juice. Isn't that beautiful? So I decided I'm not going to can it because I don't want to add sugar to it. And if I were to preserve it as a juice in a water bath can, I would have to add sugar. So I really don't want to do that. I want it to be natural juice. So I am just going to put it in a mason jar when it's done. And it's only going to take like 15 minutes to cook this. And then I'm just going to let it cool, and I'm going to put it in a mason jar, and I'm just going to use it. Use it in my smoothies. Oh, I could use it in my overnight oats too. Leave me some comments down below. What would you use your peach juice for? Our peach juice is done. It's been cooking about 15 minutes. So now I'm going to strain it. Look at that beautiful peach color. And I did decide I'm not going to preserve it. I am just going to let this cool. I'm going to put it in a mason jar and put it in the fridge. And I'm going to use this in smoothies. Oh, you know what I might do? I have kombucha ready. That is ready for its second ferment. Ooh. So I might use some peach juice for that. That would be really good. And there we go. Look at that peach juice. Just from your skins of your peaches. Look at that. It's gorgeous. It doesn't have all that sugar in it. It has natural sugar just from the flavor of the peaches. And it's gonna be delicious. Don't throw away your peaches. Or don't throw away your peach skins. All right, we are going to let our peach juice just sit and cool down. And it's time to take our pears out and let's see if we lost a lot of juice. Hopefully we have not, because it's been sitting and resting. Let's see. Oh, look. Oh, look. They look very good. The juice is all the way up to the top, so I didn't lose any juice. Look at how gorgeous those peaches are. So now what I have to do, because I have 3 jars left to do, I have to change this water because I cannot put cold jars. You cannot put cold jars into hot water. Your jars will break. Look at that. Oh, I'm thrilled. Now, of course, you have some space, like down at the bottom. Your peaches are now cooked, technically, right? So they're gonna shrink. Some people, I know I've seen questions about, oh no, did something happen to my peaches? Because what's all that liquid? It's totally fine. It's the way it's supposed to be. There we have it. See how simple that is to can your fruit? And now all you have to do is you have to let those jars sit overnight. They have to cool down. And then what you want to do is take off the ring off the top and then mark your lid, peaches, and the date. And put them on your shelf. And they don't need to go in the fridge until you want to eat some or till you open them. Other than that, they can sit in your cabinet. Dark space, don't leave them out. You want them to be protected from the sunlight. And you've got fruit in your cabinet whenever you need it. This is Linda from Homestead by the Lake. Thank you so much for watching my. Hi, it's Linda from Homestead by the Lake. So guess what today is? We are going to make some jalapeno pepper jam. Have you ever had this? It's super simple to make. It's so delicious if you put it on cheese, accompany it with your charcuterie board. Oh, it's so good. All right, we are going to get started. So today we are making pepper jam. This is such a simple recipe. Make sure you wear gloves. You can make this recipe not hot, a little spicy, or hot. And it's completely up to you, whatever you want. That's what's so nice about this recipe. Let's see. I'm not exactly which ones are my sharpest, but let's do some sharpening. So today is going to be a jam-filled weekend with canning. I had picked up 25 pounds of peaches because it's peach season, right? You have to. And they're South Carolina peaches, so they are going to be amazing. So I think I'm going to make a peach cobbler, and I think I'm going to do a peach butter, and then, because I've never done a peach butter, I also want to just can some peaches just in water to have them, like sliced ones. And then I think I'm going to do the old-fashioned way that I just did the pears. I'm going to do it with the peaches. So, fun-filled day. I hope you join me. Okay, so first you need 3 cups of chopped peppers. You can do whatever colors you want. If you don't want color, you can use all green. But you need 3 cups all chopped up. 1/4 cup of whatever hot jalapeno, habanero, or if you don't want to do any hot, you don't have to add this. So you want to cut up 1/4 cup of your jalapeno peppers. And then I have a little spice bag, which I'm going to put some seeds in the spice bag and add it while it's cooking, so I get the heat from the seeds, but I don't want the seeds in the final jam. So we're gonna cut up 1/4. Make sure you wear your gloves, and we'll be back. All right, I have my 3 cups of peppers chopped, and I have my 1/4 cup of my spicy peppers in my pot. Now into your pot, you wanna put 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And you have to make sure that it's 5% acidity. Whenever you're doing canning, you need to make sure it's 5%. All right, we're gonna stir that up. My jars are over here starting to heat up and sterilize because we want hot jars. So we're gonna turn this on to about pretty close to high, medium high. And we're gonna let these peppers cook for a little bit. And then I have all my seeds in my little spice bag. So I'm gonna add that in there while the peppers are cooking for a little bit, when they get a little soft, and it's gonna get the heat from the seeds. All right, you're gonna add 1.5 packages of your pectin. And to that, we are going to add 5 cups of sugar. And you wanna add that all at once and keep it stirring. And now we're going to let this come up to a full rapid boil. And then we will set our timer for 1 minute. But before we get ready to set our timer, we'll remove that spice bag with the seeds. And let me tell you, this smells amazing. And those jalapenos, they're hot. Hi, we have come to our full rapid boil. Now we are going to set our timer for 1 minute. All right, our 1 minute is up. Remove it from the stove. And you are ready to can it up. Let me move you closer so you can see it. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. So now we're going to can it up, and it's going to water bath can for 10 minutes. So I'm using 1/2 pint jars. They've warmed up. You want to make sure that your jars are warm and clean, and your product is hot. So you want hot jars. So be careful taking your jars out, and I'm going to fill these with a 1/2 inch headspace. Once your jar is full, you want to take a cloth, and I dampen it with water, and I make sure that there's nothing on the top of your jar. You want to make sure it's all nice and clean. You want to make sure you use a new, fresh lid. Put that on the top. You can reuse your rings, your bands. Put your band on finger tight, and it goes in the canner. So I'm using just a regular pot as my water bath canner. I have a little metal piece, a metal grid type piece in the very bottom, because your jars cannot be on the bottom of your pot. And then you want to fill your pot with water up to 1 inch over your jars. So I'm using the 1/2 pint jars. I'm going to make sure that the lids, or the water, is at least an inch over the tops of the lids. When your water comes to a full boil, set your timer for 10 minutes. Our 10 minutes is up. Here's our first jar. Look at our festival jam. Can you see all the peppers in there? Look at that beautiful color. Thanks so much for watching my video. I hope you make your own pepper jam.